What is up, guys? Chris here, the Unprofessional Dad, and I am back with another EDC Lite video. And this is an EDC update video. Recently, I put out a video, actually I put out a couple of videos all about the Olight ArkPro, and I told you how much I enjoyed this light, how good it was, how many advancements and improvements they had put into this over the ArkFeld models and versions. Everybody loves the ArkFelds. I mean, there's an exception to the rule always. Some people might not, but most people do love Olight, and they love Olight ArkFeld versions. This is the ArkPro. Now they have the ArkPro Lite, the ArkPro, and the ArkPro Ultra. I told you all about the ArkPro. I told you the stats. We went outside. We saw it in performance. You know, this is just a fantastic light. But I also told you guys that the ArkPro Ultra was available, but I didn't know much about it. I had asked a few people about the differences and whether or not you should upgrade, you should spend that extra 20 to 30 bucks, or if you should just stick with the Olight ArkPro. I got some varying answers. They wasn't very reassuring about that extra money. But Olight has actually sent me now an Olight ArkPro Ultra. They just emailed me, said, hey, we're going to send you one. It's on the way. Check it out. Tell us what you think about the differences. Tell people what you think. Be honest, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you the differences between the Olight ArkPro and the ArkPro Ultra. Now, there's also an Olight ArkPro Lite, but I don't have the light, meaning like, not like a light, like flashlight, meaning like it's light, a lightweight one, or just a trimmed down version of this. I can't talk about that. I can talk about the ArkPro and the ArkPro Ultra. So let's just get into it. Let's talk about this, and we're going to start off with the way that they're made. And I will tell you up front in advance, the answers that I got were very, very way off base. This is all you'll ever need. I'll tell you that right now. But just because this is all you may ever need, you may find yourself wanting this one when I show you and tell you the things that are different about this. But I will tell you, this thing right here is enough. You don't have to have anything more than this, and you'll have a fantastic light. If this is what you've got, rest assured you are in good shape. If you can't afford that extra 20, 30 bucks on this, this right here is going to be a fantastic light. But let's talk about the bodies. These are made from 6061 aluminum alloy. It is a one-piece block of aluminum that they CNC mill, and they take all the inside out and everything so that they can put the components in. They make it out of one-piece aluminum alloy, and then they take a back plate and they bolt it on. The reason that they do that is because what happens when you have a lot of nooks, crannies, and crevices, cracks, and spaces, is moisture, dust, things like that can get inside, corrode the inner workings, and wear out your light. When you have a one-piece CNC milled body, it eliminates a lot of the possibilities and opportunities for moisture or dust to get inside. Now, this is 6061 aluminum alloy on the Olight ArkPro. Now, the ArkPro Lite is using OAL. That's Olight aluminum. It is their own proprietary aluminum that they created and designed, that they have out right now. I won't say that they created and designed it. They just have their own proprietary aluminum. It's Olight aluminum, O-aluminum. What that is it is a far more abrasive and scratch resistant aluminum. It's more durable. It's going to hold up to abuse, to beating and banging, to dropping. You know, some people won't mind that. Some people don't care. Scratch up my light, it's just a light. Some people consider that patina. I completely understand and appreciate that. Some people don't want their stuff looking brand new. They want it to look used and worn. I understand that, and I can appreciate that. This is a very structurally strong body, and it is coated and everything. It is a very good light with a very capable, strong. And I mean, I think the drop radius is 1 meter. This is just going to be far more abrasive and scratch resistant, where you can scratch this a lot easier, remove the paint and stuff like that. This is going to hold up so much better. It's just going to take a lot more of abuse, a lot more of a beating. It's just a stronger, more resistant aluminum, if that makes sense. Again, that might not matter to some people. By the way, this is only coming in olive green right now, the Olight ArkPro Ultra. It only comes in olive green right now. I'm sure that will change very soon. But that is one significant difference. Now that is going to do two things. Even though it might not make the light itself last a lot longer, it will make the light look better for longer. It will make the light's body hold up longer, stay in good condition. It's just going to have a better look for a longer period of time with that. Again, some people might not care about that, but that is an improvement. Now let's talk about the bezel. The bezel, the glass that's over the LED light bulbs and stuff. In the ArkPro, it is using polycarbonate plastic. Polycarbonate plastic is a hard plastic. You see it in a lot of food grade plastics. You see it in Lexan and stuff like that. A lot of your hard, durable plastics are made from polycarbonate plastics. So you have a thin layer of polycarbonate right there that's protecting your bulbs. That's a strong layer. I have not, there's not a lot of times where you're going to see one of these where the bezel is cracked or busted out, but you do see it happen. If you're beating and banging, dropping it, specifically on the bezel, hitting it with something, you very well may crack, break, or bust out that polycarbonate. Might not happen a lot, but it is a risk. The Olight ArkPro Ultra uses hardened tempered glass. Far more structurally sound and durable. It will take more abuse, more beating. Something gets hit against it, it gets dropped, whatever. This is going to hold up a lot longer and a lot better to a lot more abuse than that polycarbonate will. Again, this is going to hold up just fine, and for most people it won't matter. You're not going to end up seeing that, but it can happen, and most people have seen before a daggone flashlight where the bezel is cracked. I mean, it happens. This is just going to hold up better. It's going to last longer, be more durable. Now, let's talk about what that bezel is protecting. What makes these lights work are the LEDs inside of them. No longer do you have, like in mag lights, you remember they had the glass bulbs that you'd have to twist out and put new ones in. They would burn out just like light bulbs. Now they use LED bulbs. With the Olight ArkPro, it is using a luminous SFT 40W. Luminous SFT 40W. Now, on the Olight ArkPro Ultra, it is using Olight's self-developed EIP1 LED. EIP1 LED. That is another proprietary LED that they have designed themselves. Now that might not sound like much, but what this is going to do is this is going to give you more of a pure white light. One thing that was said to me when I asked the people on TikTok who had the channels that are all about Olight, and there are people on TikTok that have channels that are all about Olight. They have a ton of different Olights. Actually, it's really cool to watch because if you like Olights, you love their channels. I asked a few of them, and I told you guys about this in the live. I talked about this a little bit. I asked them, is it worth upgrading, or should you just stick with the Olight ArkPro? And they told me, they said, this has 200 more lumens, not that big of a difference. You won't notice a difference. They said there is a little bit difference in the flood. There's a little bit more of a flood with the Olight ArkPro Ultra. And they said, and you get the arc beat, but most people won't appreciate the arc beat. And they said, really, it just depends on if you just want to have the nicer of the two. But the Olight ArkPro is good enough. Now I understand what they meant by that flood. Why the flood sticks out a little bit more and is a little bit more vibrant in the Olight ArkPro Ultra. When you're using that LED that gives that pure white light, it's going to show up and be more crisp and clear and clean on your flood and on your spot. So that LED is giving you a more vibrant, pure white light, if that makes sense. Now again, those things might be small little changes and differences, and on their own, they might not make that much of an impact for a consumer or somebody thinking about getting one of these. But when you add up the differences, they really start mounting up. There's like, okay, there are some significant differences in the two. They both still have a deep carry pocket clip. They both have stippling and milling on the side. Now here's the deal. With the ArkPro, you get this really cool texture right here, this stippling. It does feel good. It feels good, but it's plain and basic. It's just not much to it. No designs or anything. With the Olight ArkPro Ultra, you can see that is completely different. You get more of an elegant, premium look. It actually looks like there's designs to this. Looks kind of like a premium knife or something. Like you have knives where they have designs on the handles and stuff. That's basically what it is. Again, to some people, that's not going to be significant, or they won't care about that. To some people, that's going to be a big deal because it does look better than the basic stippling on this. With this, you actually have designs, and it just looks more classy, more premium, just a nicer look. Also, towards the bezel, as you see, both of these have a ridge, a peak, as you want to say, in the middle of the body. They designed that for two reasons. Number one, it makes it look a little bit more distinguished. Instead of just having a flat body, now it has some dimension. Now it has some texture. It gives it a little bit more depth. Makes it look cooler. But also, that gives it structural integrity to the body. It just makes it more strong and rigid. Anytime you've got bends and stuff in things, those bends can actually make things stronger, if that makes sense, engineering-wise. It might not make sense. With this, you have that same body, but up towards the bezel, as you can see, there is a little bit of a difference in the way that they are designed, if you can see that. Now, both of them have the magnetic base charging. Both of them have the metal door that opens up that gives you the USB-C charging. They do come, both of them, with the magnetic base charger. They do not come with a C charger. But I talked about this when I was talking about the Olight ArkPro. Having that a magnetic base charger, they can wear out. They are what will work on one might not work on another Olight that has a magnetic base. There are specific magnetic base chargers for different Olights. They do that on purpose, so you have to have the specific charger. But let's say you're going on a trip, or you're going to be gone in your vehicle all day long. You don't want to have to pack extra cords. That's a pain, having cords tangling up all over your bags and your pouches and stuff, just getting in the way. You're already carrying a cord every day to charge your phone, your earbuds, and things like that. So now that same USB-C charger cord can charge your Olight ArkPro and ArkPro Ultra. But here's something I just learned. Not only does it give you a second option with the C charger, but that C charger is twice as fast at charging. It takes about 3 hours to fully charge a battery using the magnetic base. It takes about 1.5 hours to charge it with the USB-C charger. That is a significant improvement and true convenience. It is putting out about 8 to 9 watts when you are charging with the USB-C charger. So that's really cool. By the way, these both have the same IP rating as far as water resistant and dust resistant. even when the metal door is open and you're charging. It still has that same water resistant rating, even when this door is open. That is Olight quality right there. So there are some significant differences. Now let's talk about lumens. This has 1700 lumens. I'm sorry. This has 1500 lumens, the Olight ArkPro. The Olight ArkPro Ultra has 1700 lumens. There are 200 more lumens in this than this. Normally that would not matter. 200 lumens, if you tell me 200 lumens is all you're getting difference and it's $30 more, I'm going to tell you keep your $30 that $200 lumens is not going to be that big of a difference. I'll get it out. Keep your $30. 200 lumens is not that big of a difference. But when you add in that LED that gives you a pure white light, now that spotlight and that floodlight is more vibrant, vivid, and that 200 lumens might not make it brighter, but it will make it crisper and clearer, if that makes sense. But yes, 200 lumens will make it brighter as well, just not significantly. But you will notice a difference in the flood and the spot because of that pure white light. All of these things added up, there are some significant differences between the Olight ArkPro Ultra and the Olight ArkPro. Now I want to talk to you about one last thing. I want to talk about the ArkBeat. Both of these lights have a a UV light. Both of them do. They have the green dot laser that will operate at the same time that you use the light. Most lights can't do that. The Olight ArkPro and ArkPro Ultra can operate both the light and the laser at the same time. That's really cool. But these also have a UV light. Hold on, I got it locked out. There we go. I had it locked out. You can lock both of these out. That UV light that's on both of them has high and low. Now the ArkPro comes with a UV reading card that has a special message on it that you can see only with the UV light. Now, the Olight ArkPro Ultra does not come with this card. This is a cool card, but it's just a card with a cool little message. The Olight ArkPro Ultra does not come with that card. It comes with this card, which is a card all about the ArkBeat, which is this right here. It's like the heartbeat of the light. The longer you use the light, the more well, here, let me turn it on here. See how that pulses right there? It's like a heartbeat. And the longer you use it, the more that will pulse, and it will over time change colors to signify the length of the light, how long you have used it. The longer you use it, the more the colors of the ArkBeat will change. To read it to you, it says, "This glowing symbol briefly pulses when activated, changing color based on how long you've used the flashlight. As you progress through a total of 7 different colors, the ArkBeat reflects on every moment the ArkPro Ultra illuminated your journey." So it's just a little thing like the heartbeat of the light that, shows you how long you've been using it. And again, the longer you use it, the light will change colors. And it does have several different colors that it rotates through. Once you've used it for 250 hours, you can actually set the color that you want. I'm pretty sure that that they talked about that on one of the videos that I saw. I'm pretty sure that that's correct. I could be wrong, but 250 hours of use time. All in all, here is my assessment of this. The Olight ArkPro is all you will ever need in a flashlight. It is good enough, it is sturdy enough, it is bright enough, it has the light, the laser, the UV light, it has dual types of charging, a one-piece aluminum body. There are so many good things about the Olight ArkPro. It is a fantastic light, and it is all you will ever need. But if you can afford it, and you're already going to get this, and you can afford it, you would be crazy not to spend the $20 to $30 more and get this. You don't have to have it. This is enough. This is more than enough. But having those extra features are definitely cool. They're definitely nice to have. Here's the way that I would give you an analogy. Let's say that you have a knife. I'll show you a knife right here. This is the Buck Range Pro. This is a knife that I absolutely love. This is one of my favorite knives since I got it. I brag about this knife all the time. This knife comes in 154. 154 is more than enough. Corrosion resistance, toughness, edge retention, everything that you will ever need. Honestly, most people will never get the maximum level of performance out of 154 because they'd never stress their blades enough to really get all that performance out. You'll never be in that situation. The majority of people, some will, but the majority of people will never truly put this blade to its limits because you just don't use it that way. The majority of people don't. So even though 154 is more than enough for most people and anything you should ever need, you can get the the Buck Range Pro for a little bit more, getting MagnaCut. Now, MagnaCut is definitely a better blade steel than 154 CM. There's no question. It's definitely better. But even with MagnaCut, the probabilities of you getting the full maximum performance out of MagnaCut is slim to none. Most people will never test that blade steel to the point to where they find out how much actual performance it's capable of. But why do you spend that extra money if 154 is more than good enough? Because you appreciate the differences, you appreciate the quality, you like having that little bit better even if it costs a little bit more. This is good enough, but that doesn't mean you should settle for good enough, if that makes sense. One will do anything that you need and be more than capable. But if something a little bit better is available for a little bit more, 90% of the time, the people in the community will go with the better blade steel just for the sake of having the better blade steel. Same analogy here. This will be good enough. This will perform for you. It will last for you. It is a fantastic light that I am in love with. But if you can afford that little bit more, getting one of these is a no-brainer. It is fantastic. A stronger, more capable scratch and abrasive resistant body, hardened glass bezel, an LED bulb that is a proprietary Olight bulb that gives you a more pure white light, the ArkBeat stippling on the side. There are some really cool upgrades. This is already upgraded so much over the ArkFelds of the past, and now the Olight ArkPro Ultra is even advanced and improvements over the ArkPro. So both of these are great. Right now, it's Black Friday and Cyber Monday week, so there are fantastic deals. I'm going to link some links down below. Click on them. Get you either one of them. You will save a ton of money right now. It's the best time to get one. I'm telling you right now, I would be perfectly fine if this is the only one I had. And if this is the only one you got, you're going to be fine and happy, I promise you. So at least get you one of these. I think you'd really love it, especially if you like EDC and EDC lights. They're great. They're fantastic, especially if you like Olight. I mean, come on. But both are great, and right now is the perfect time to get one because of how much money you save. Guys, I'm Chris, your professional dad. I wish all of you sharp knives, happy lives. Man, I can't talk today. And very, very bright lights. I will see you all in the next video. Take care. All right, what's up guys? I decided that I would come out here and show you all really quick the difference in the lumens on these lights. Let me go ahead and turn this on. We're going to start off with, we're not going to go through all the different like green light lasers. That's all the same. The UV light is the same. We're going to do the spotlight and the floodlight on these two lights. We'll start off with the ArkLight Pro. Let me see. All right, now this is, you can see it step up. That is the Pro. Now we're going to switch to flood. You can see the flood. That is turbo. You can see the flood. It's pretty good light right there. Now remember, that's a max lumens 1500. Now let's check out the ArkPro Ultra. This is going to be your spotlight. We're going to put it there. Let's go ahead and put it on turbo. That is the spotlight. Now let's put it in. Oh yeah, there's definitely a wider flood there. Definitely a wider flood. You can see a big circle for the flood with the Ultra. Switch that back over to spotlight. Has a little bit, yeah, look at that spotlight. That's pretty crisp right there. That's a pretty crisp spotlight. And there is the flood. So that is the difference between the Olight ArkPro and the ArkPro Ultra. Both are great. Either one is going to do you just fine. It's going to, yeah, I think you're going to be happy with either one. But remember, guys, links are in the description down below. Wish y'all sharp knives, happy lives. I'm Chris. I'm Professional Dad. I will see you all in the next video.